Hi, it's Jay Hayden. We're here at Shepherd Community, and you know what? It's May in Indianapolis, which means racing. And lots of exciting things happening out at the Indy 500. And we are also busy racing our students to a better future. And one of the partners who makes that happen is Pat O'Brien at O'Brien Toyota. Hear from him.
Pat O'Brien, I'm president of O'Brien Toyota, and I've been doing this since 1990, so 34 years I've been a Toyota dealer on the east side of Indianapolis at 25th and Shadeland. Jay had asked me if I would talk to some of the high school kids because there were some high school kids that were in the Shepherd program that wanted to be automotive technicians. And so therefore, he introduced me to them. He introduced me to actually the instructor at Arsenal Tech High School. And so we have a relationship now with Arsenal Tech for their high school kids in the automotive trades program. And so we're recruiting some of those kids and mentoring them at the dealership because they really don't have the skill set to be hired at a dealership. But we've structured a program so we can mentor them, some of the Shepherd kids as well, into becoming automotive technicians, which is a career. I mean, it can be a very lucrative career. It's not the normal way that we would recruit employees, and we have had to change our structure a little bit for this program. But to be honest with you, it's been challenging to hire technicians, and we're better off to grow them from within. And so it's been a good program. It's been good for some of the graduates or students at the Shepherd Community. Arsenal Tech changed as part of IPS. It became a trade school. And so they do have an automotive program there, and we were not even aware of it. I hate to admit it, but we were not until Jade made us aware of it. Since then, we have a great relationship with the instructor. It's on the east side, we're on the east side. We've had up to 10 kids that have come from Arsenal Tech into our program, and this program's only been around for, the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. You know, Luis, David Perez, Miguel, we've had several kids that have come to us from Arsenal Tech. They start out as usually lube techs, but then we put them with a mentor technician that can teach them new skill levels, and then they grow into that. And again, you know, some of these kids have grown into some of our better technicians. First of all, I just want to thank Shepherd Community for introducing us and making this program available to us through Arsenal Tech. It's been good for us. It's been good for the kids. I shouldn't call them kids. They're young adults because they're 17, 18 years old. But it's been a good program for both of us, and hopefully this is just one more way we can help some of the students from Shepherd Community and provide them with, you know, a career that they can actually become self-independent and, you know, grow on their own.
Well, we're excited about that partnership with O'Brien Toyota, and what a great friend Pat has been over the years. But there are a lot of great partners and folks who are employing our youth who have come through our programs. Here's a story about someone who's working for the state of Indiana in environmental services. Jonathan Batista spent several years in our programs, and we're excited to see where he's going now.
My name is Jonathan Batista. I'm an environmental manager. I've been working for Alden for almost 3 months. What I like about my job is, you know, the ability to, you know, use my skills and knowledge, you know. What I like to do is like the idea of that I'm protecting my fellow Hoosier citizens. You know, I'm assigned for Marion County, so given like, you know, the job role of taking care of everything that happens in Marion County, I think it's a big role. It's kind of intimidating, especially since it's my first job out of college. So I was first introduced to Shepherd. I think my mom started taking me in elementary. So we used to go to church, or sometimes we would just go to I think they would like give out food supplies to families, and I think my mom would go to that. But I started getting involved with Shepherd in middle school, their after-school program, while I was attending Harshman at that time. My mom, she kind of like forced me to go. I actually really appreciated that because I met wonderful people. I met Ashley and Kobe around that time, and Amanda when she was working there. I was involved with the extracurricular activities that they had, the clubs. They kind of expanded our network because we got to meet wonderful people. And you know, some of the friends I still talk to now that were in the program. And yeah, that's pretty much how it started with the after-school program.
But Jonathan was just always kind of self-motivated. You know, he was just one of those kids that wanted to do well and really kind of had plans, you know. I didn't catch that a lot with the other two siblings. Like they kind of, you know, played around and did stuff, but Jonathan really always kind of wanted something more. And he was determined to do that. And so when he went to IU, I was like, yeah, good on you, man.
So I obviously met Kobe through the Shepherd program. He was very different from the rest of the staff. He was more calm, but he was definitely silly when he wanted to be. I feel like he was probably he was more connected to God. Not to say the other staff weren't, but he definitely did follow. Like he definitely like sets up his life to follow God, and that kind of encouraged me to do the same.
But I think what Shepherd does is it provides those opportunities that they may not get otherwise, exposure to things that they may not see otherwise. And, you know, again, for a kid that wants to make that decision for something different, it creates all new world.
I'm very grateful that there's at least an organization that cares about us and hasn't left us in the unknown, and you guys are doing something to better the community, and I just want to say thank you to all the staff and everybody that's involved with Shepherd community.
We're excited about Jonathan and his career. We're excited about so many of our students who are moving forward into the future. And the role that we play, thanks to the support of friends like you, is invaluable. I want to share with you another story about a student named Alden, who a good friend, Scott Lingle, came to us and said, hey, I want to help students start their own business. And Alden has been a shining star, and we appreciate Scott's investment and others who helped provide the capital for us so we could invest in this business. Hear this exciting story because there's more coming.
My name is Alden Cohn. I call myself the Bike Fix Pro. I had the idea. I loved working on bikes. It was something I was doing on the side to my own bikes mostly. Did it for a couple of friends, and it's something that I really enjoyed doing on my own time. Getting a cool bike like this and just having it to where it sucks. Like it's not, you can't ride it. It's kind of just a piece of art and just sitting in somebody's garage, and then I take it and I have to then go and figure out what I need to do to fix it, because I don't know everything. I'm pretty new. I had to look a bunch of stuff up, and I do it and I make sure it's good. But like having a successful bike that I can go out and test ride and give back to them and be proud and show them that I fixed their bike. I love fixing bikes. The bottom bracket's like new. The only thing I gotta do is I gotta tighten this, which I did, but I need to either sand the surface so it's gonna hold tighter, or, well, yeah, no, this bike it's definitely been restored in the past because it's too nice. Like, it's been painted. It hadn't been cared for mechanically in a long time. So when I got it, the handlebar was not attached to the front fork, and there was no bolts or any housings or fittings in here, so you couldn't steer or you couldn't control it at all. And the wheels were so out of true, so they were moving back and forth so bad that you couldn't line it up in the stays to where it wouldn't hit on either sides. I heard about it entrepreneurship class with Shepherd Community, and it was just at my school at Purdue. I just went one day after school and just went from there.
We have business leaders from Indianapolis who are coming in offering their time and funding, walk alongside high school students to teach them how to be young entrepreneurs.
They gave me advice, gave me tips on how to run a business and the tools and the the things I should do on the computer. I just figured it out from there.
I mean, that'd be
Okay, it's as tight as I can get it, and I would just, if you don't get to test ride it because it's raining. They have they're laterally very true, but they have like dents because it's an old rim. But everything's good to go. Oh, thank you. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
You took care of me. You got it done a lot faster than I was expecting.
And if it has any problems or anything, you just give me a text and I'll be able to fix it. It's worth a shot. Just give it a try. Like, it's one afternoon that you're not going to be doing your homework anyway, so might as well just go figure out, I don't know, see if you want to be an entrepreneur.
Thank you for everyone who's made the entrepreneur program that we're doing here in the East Side with some other partners and with friends like Scott, making it come into reality for these students. And you see a great story, and there's more coming, and we're excited about that. Oh, just last weekend we had a very special day here. It was our 3rd annual Day of Engagement. And it was a day of smiles. It was a day of service, working in the community. We had folks doing landscaping and helping with people's homes. The day before, we built a railing around a home where a lady had fallen off and gotten hurt, and we had teams there working. And so this is where we say to our neighbors and the partners, hey, come and let's all serve together. Almost 180 volunteers came that day, and then there was a great celebration, and we are thankful for that and for everyone who gave it their time. Edward Jones, who helped in sponsoring the day, but it was a day when we can say to each other, hey, you have something to give, let's do it together. And so we appreciate the community that happened and was built. We thank everyone who worked very hard. It was a special day. And so Day of Engagement number 4 will be coming up next spring, and pay attention if you'd like to come and serve. If you're interested in volunteering, we can always use volunteers. Today is the last day of our school, and our school year programs have ended, and so we have about a week and a half, and then June 3rd, summer camp starts. And we could use volunteers in the kitchen. If you'd like to help deliver food, we could always use help with that. And we also could use volunteers who, if you're handy, which I'm not, if I'm going to try to fix something, they're going to have to call 911 to just have them on standby. But if you're not like me and you can actually use tools, we have plenty of projects both here and in our neighbors' homes and homes that we're working on that we could use your help. Things you could donate: trash bags, freeze pops. A lot of kids this summer, and so we'll need a lot of freeze pops that you could purchase and drop off. And we always need items for our food pantry. Numbers continue to go up, and so your help would be instrumental in helping us make sure. So if you have items you want to donate, if you have items from your garden that, you know, the tomatoes that all come in at once and you have like 2,000 of them and you'd want to get some of those to our families, we can make that possible. We appreciate the partnership and remind you, go to Breaking the Cycle of Poverty wherever you find your podcast. And from here at Shepherd Community, it's racing time in Indy, and we're helping our families race to a life of upward stability. We appreciate your help, and have a great May. Let's go racing.